Hi, this is Aaron of aaronjmarks.com. I'm a visionary purpose coach and metaphysical leadership mentor. I hope you're doing well today. This post is called The Comfort Zone of Contradictions, or The Comfort of Contradictions. It's going to be one of those two. I'm not sure which yet. So there's much talk, in personal development of leaving your comfort zone, and why do we like to stay in our comfort zone? Well, the reason is that we don't have to face our contradictions. So the moment we step out of our comfort zone, we're faced with the contradictions that are in our strategy. We're faced with the contradiction that is who we are versus who we want to be. There's a contradiction there. It's very uncomfortable. Contradiction is a highly uncomfortable state. It's like the first rule of logic, the rule of non-contradiction, that A cannot be not A at the same time. And yet, as personal growth oriented beings, with a sense of paradox, we endure contradiction all the time. It's like when we're trying to build something, we have this strategy that we have to reconcile, and there's often contradictions that we have to work out. That's an uncomfortable process. And when we take this step towards self-growth, we look at who we are and we look at who we want to be, and we see the contradiction there. That's very uncomfortable, and it takes a lot of effort to bridge that and become the people that we want to be. And then we have to do it again, right? When we want to grow, we see yet another contradiction. That's a perpetual process. However, there's a contradiction in staying where we are as well. And that's ultimately what motivates us to grow anyway. As humans, we're constantly envisioning what could be and is not yet. And that'll always be true. And so we're not really happy unless we're growing constantly. And, so we have this constant contradiction between who we are and who we know we can be, because we have this vision. So even when we don't grow, even when we don't step out of our comfort zone, there is this contradiction that we're sitting in. And that makes our comfort zone actually paradoxically highly uncomfortable. So we might as well step out anyway, if there's going to be contradictions anyway. As soon as we do that, we see the contradiction between our current self and our ideal self that we need the gap of which we need to bridge. And then we see all the contradictions that pop up in our strategies as we plan to do that. And those are all the contradictions we have to deal with in our comfort zone, and then leaving our comfort zone as well. So that's what I help people deal with in all sorts of ways, at all sorts of levels. I'm right there with you. I experience all these contradictions as well, so I'm quite familiar with them, and I see them clearly, so I can articulate them in this manner for you. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is Aaron of aaronjmarks.com, visionary purpose coach, metaphysical leadership mentor, and I will see you next time.